guys. I'm sorry, I want to come to you. With a heavy footstep echoing through the living room, Mrs. Kim noticed his condition and immediately rushed towards Taehyung, who had just entered. Looking, said Mrs. Kim, "What happened, Taehyung?" Taehyung, sobbing loudly, "I'm really sorry, I'm really sorry, Mom." He started crying loudly as he collapsed to his knees. Mrs. Kim glanced behind him, expecting to see you, but the absence of your presence really made her sad. Taehyung kneeling down. "I'm terrible husband. I'm fell as a husband." Mrs. Kim kneeling beside him, holding his face softly yet. "Taehyung, where is Wine? Why didn't she come home with you? Was she admitted to the hospital? And the baby? What about the baby?" The mention of you and the baby caused Taehyung's tears to flow even harder. His silence was deafening, and it only scares Mrs. Kim. "Mrs. Kim, why are you silent? Just to speak up, Taehyung." "Taehyung, how can I tell you, Mom, that she is gone? Wine is gone." Mrs. Kim becomes shocked and tears are falling from her eyes too because she has also become weak after hearing about you. "Someone, I have to tell this good news to her, then my $5 million are final." She quickly runs towards her room, with Taehyung and his mother are both crying, hugging each other. Few minutes later, Mrs. Kim, tears are still visible in her eyes. With her confidence, she asked Taehyung, "Please tell me what happened with her. What did the doctor say?" Taehyung holding his mother's hand. "No, Mom, there is no misunderstanding because I already called to her. Passed in the hospital." Taehyung was sitting on the floor of the hospital corridor, waiting for the operation to the end. As soon as the light above the operation room turned off, he quickly got up and walked towards the door. Just as the doctor was coming out from the operation room, Taehyung, red eyes from the crying, "Is my wife all right?" Seeing Taehyung's hopeful expression, the doctor felt a little sorrow. How could he break such Taehyung's heart? "Taehyung, why are you silent? Please speak up. I want to know about everything." Taehyung's loud voice made a doctor come out from his daydream and thought. Doctor, looking down, speaking in a low voice, "I'm sorry, Mr. Kim, we weren't able to save your wife." Hearing the doctor's words, Taehyung started to becoming little sad and also kneeling down on the floor because of the sadness. "Taehyung, you are the saying lying to me. Please speak up the truth. I don't like the joke about my wife. Please speak up. You were the one who said that you saved my wife. Please speak up. I don't like the joke." Hearing Taehyung's answer, doctor was just looking down and didn't say anything, which was just increased Taehyung's anger. "Taehyung, loudly speak up, please. Tell me what happened with her. Taehyung, you are the one. You are the one whom I can trust. Please tell me. Please, please." But doctor didn't speak up, which only increased Taehyung's anger, and he started to angrily walking towards the corridor with a loud step foot echo in the corridor. And suddenly he increased his speed of the running and with a little hope. "The nurse were about to cover your face with the white sheet, but as soon as Taehyung showed this, he quickly ran to your bedside and stopped them." "Taehyung, just get away from my wife. She is not dead. She is alive. Just go from here." Taehyung's loud and commanding voice scared the nurse, and without saying anything, they left the room. Taehyung sat beside your bed, and his hand trembling. Taehyung, tears falling from his eyes. "Why, please wake up. Come on, open your eyes, please. I don't like it when you sleep in so late. Look at the clock. It's already 8 o'clock. Now wake up. He tried speaking to you normally, gently shaking you to wake you up, but you didn't open your eyes, saying, "Please, open your eyes, whine for me." Sobbing, voice trembling, "You can't leave me like this. Please look at me. I am crying because of you. I never spoke nicely to you. I always ignore you. But please, for the last time, listen to me. Open your eyes, whine. I can't live without you. Ten and Yundu are also waiting for you. We all need you. Please come back to us." Now Taehyung couldn't control himself and started crying while hugging his knees. "But you didn't respond." Taehyung cracked and sobbing voice, "She left us. She left me with my children. She didn't care for us, just left mom." Other side at Sana's bedroom. Sana was dialing someone's number, looking excited to share some news with them. "Sana, please pick up the call." After a few rings, the person on the other side finally picked up the call. On the phone, "Caller, why are you calling me early in the morning? I'm busy right now." Sana excitedly, "Don't talk to me like that because I'm calling to you to give you a good news." "Caller, good news." Sana nodding with excitement, and she started to explain the condition of Taehyung's home. Caller, shock. "Are you serious? I mean, you are saying the truth?" Sana, "Yes, I'm saying the truth." Sana, "Wow, it's really so good." Sana, "Yes, and now you can come back here again. I'm waiting for you." Caller, impressed and laughing, "Wow, you did a great job, so now I can come there. Haha, I'm waiting for you, Mr. Billionaire." They both start laughing like a little exciting. Otherpo, Taehyung didn't want to talk with anybody, but he was just a complete reassured. After you and the baby pass away, he became more cold and rude person for everyone. He didn't speak with anybody, not even with kids and his mom, and only repeating the one word, "She is everything to me." On the other side, Taehyung always going out from the mansion for forgetting you, but he didn't forget you and the baby. Few days later, Mrs. Kim finally said Taehyung to return to work because if he doesn't start his work again, then his company will face the loss in the money. With no other choice, Taehyung started doing his work again, but never talked with anybody. And Otherpo. Taehyung was walking down the staircase with a emergency, heading to the meeting for the office. But Mrs. Kim stopped him. Taehyung, in a hurried tone, turning towards Mrs. Kim, "Mom, what happened? Why are you stopping me when I am about to leave the house?" Mrs. Kim, "Taehyung, please, I know you need to focus on work, but you also need to take care of your health. Look at you. You are getting thinner day by day. Please eat something before you leave." Taehyung, "No, Mom, I'm not hungry." Mrs. Kim, "Please, for me, even since she left, you haven't eaten properly. And please, talk to the kids, Taehyung. They miss you. And Ryan too." Hearing her words only increased Taehyung's anger and also started remembering you. So tears are starting to falling from his eyes. Taehyung, "No, Mom, I don't want to talk to anybody. And about breakfast, I will have something at the office. Goodbye." Mrs. Kim said, "Eyes, I know you can't forget her. She was too precious to let go of. She was really smile of the house." Taehyung was about to going away from there, but he was stopped in his track when he noticed someone was entering into the mansion holding a suitcase in her hand. Taehyung shook his voice a little low. "You, Minji?" Minji walked towards Taehyung with a smile on her face and was about to say something to Taehyung, but Taehyung just looked at her. Taehyung in a cold tone, "I don't have the habit of someone useless like you, so for now just go from my home." "Minji, don't speak like me, hubby." Taehyung, "Don't call me hubby because I am not your husband and anymore." Minji with innocent eyes, "What happened to you?" "I'm your wife, Taehyung, ex-wife." Minji nodding, yeah, ex-wife, but still I'm your wife and your children's mother. Taehyung, don't speak about me or my children, just get away from here. Because we already got divorced from each other. So now you can go, Taehyung confidently looking at her. And for my wife, she is Ryan and always will be Ryan, not you, Minji. So it's mean you still don't love me, huh? Taehyung smiled as she asked this type of question to Taehyung. Taehyung, yes, you are right, I don't love you. Minji, with a confidence, still, you love her. She left you, Taehyung. Taehyung smiled and with a smirk, he gave answer back to Minji. Minji, I know, Taehyung, you love her. But I have to do something. Taehyung, I am speaking with you nicely, so I just say you to going away from my home. I don't want to see your face again, Minji. Taehyung, what are you talking with me? Taehyung, the reality. Minji was trying her best to convince Taehyung, but he didn't listen to her. While Mrs. Kim just looking at both of them. After a while, Taehyung looking at Minji with a cold expression and speak up. For me, you are nothing, Minji, just a nightmare that was replaced by a beautiful daydream like wine. Minji shock. Taehyung, you are really changed a lot. You are not the Taehyung I met. You were comedy and funny type boy, but now you are become rude and cold. Taehyung, yes, you are right. I am not the same as you met in the past. I am the new version of myself. Minji stood there in a frozen. She only saw sadness in Taehyung's eyes and just tried to consider that how he become confident after being so sad. Taehyung, so don't come in front of me again. Because of you, I lost someone as precious as a diamond. Minji, confused, what are you talking about, Taehyung? Whom you lost, Taehyung? I didn't understand any word of you. Taehyung, his voice rising with emotion. I never gave her the love she deserved just because of you, because I consider her to be like you. But she was a goddess for me and my family. She is a Lakshmi. Minji realized he wasn't going to listen to her, tried to understand the situation. She decided to approach Mrs. Kim. So she began to walking towards Mrs. Kim with innocent face. Taehyung. She ignored me, Minji, blinking her eyes with innocent. Please, mom, make Taehyung understand. Mrs. Kim. Taehyung, you are going to call the bodyguard or I will, because one stubborn beggar has entered into the mansion. Refused to leave. Minji shocked. Beggar? Mrs. Kim. Yeah, so now just leave from here, otherwise you know how much rich am I. We are millionaires, you know. Minji realized no one was falling for her act, and when Taehyung began dialing a number, she quickly stopped him and started going away from the mansion. But suddenly she collapsed and falling unconscious on the floor. Sana, Minji, Taehyung, what is I acting now? Few minutes later, Minji was waking up after a few minutes, looking tired as she looked around and found the bedroom. She became a little shocked. Minji, where am I? Sana walked into the bedroom. Seeing Minji like that, she became confused. Sana, hey Minji, what happened to you? Why are you smiling? And looked tense, huh? Minji, looking at Sana. I'm so happy because I am in Taehyung's mansion. Maybe he still loves me. Don't he? Sana, annoying and scolding. What do you think? He will not love you in your dream. He didn't let you stay in this mansion, but I had to request him. And now, by the way, I was the one who helped you, not Taehyung. He didn't care for me at all, Sana. No, he didn't. Minji, don't talk about him like this in front of me. I know he loves me and you have to help me to win his heart again. Sana, what? I already completed my work and for now you have to pay more. Making an annoying face, they finally agree and start planning something. Otabo Taehyung wasn't ready to let her stay in his mansion, but when Sana called the doctor She said Minji's condition wasn't well, so that's why Taehyung was agreed to let her live in the mansion. Sana was the one who requested to Taehyung. She is Taehyung's big sister. Taehyung talking with someone on the call. You know, Jagi, how much I miss. Caller, don't talk nonsense in front of me because we are focusing on our plan, not distracted by anything. Taehyung, I know, but I just want to talk with you. Caller, now be calm down because our work isn't complete yet, and if you want to talk with me, then arrange meeting of both business for profit. Taehyung nodding, yeah, you are right. This is a good idea for meeting you again. Caller, now not distracted by anything and just focus on the work. Okay, and about me, I will talk to the secretary and arrange the meeting for both company. Okay, Taehyung nodding. Okay. Taehyung, I miss you. Caller, I miss you too. Now, goodbye, good night. Taehyung, good night. And we will meet. And after talking with caller, he quickly cut the call. Yundu, don't cry. Everything will become normal. Then, no, don't say that because dad still hasn't talked to us. We didn't do anything, and Mama is also not with us. I miss her, Yundu. Please go do something and bring my mama back to us, please. We are requesting to you. Othapo. As days passed, Minji tried her best to convince Taehyung, while Sana was the one who was so help her. But when Taehyung didn't focus on her, she made a plan to talk with the boys about her reality introduction. After talking with the boys, the children, the kids didn't take her seriously and just ignore her, which was only increase the anger of Minji. On a one day, Mrs. Kim went to Jungkook's home, meet to his mother with the kids. While Taehyung was sitting in his bedroom, Sana and Minji were in their bedroom and trying, thinking hard for the starting to the game. And Po Taehyung was busy with his work, but as he looked up and found Minji standing at the door holding a glass of orange juice in her hand with a smile on her face. Taehyung angrily, what are you doing here? Just go from here, Minji. Ignoring his words, walking towards him, Taehyung, don't get angry on me. You know, I had anger. Taehyung getting up from the sofa, walking towards her. You know, Minji, I don't like any insect in my bedroom. Just get out from my bedroom and never come again into my bedroom. He was about to close the door in front of her eyes, but she stopped him while saying something. Minji, just please give me a 5 minutes. I want to talk with you. Some important, please. Listen to me, then I will also not coming into your bedroom and also going out from your mansion, please. Taehyung, I am giving you a chance to talk with me. Minji, give me a few minutes to talk to you, please. Minji spoke in a genuinely soft voice, and Taehyung stood there thinking about what he should do. Finally, he agreed to give her 5 minutes and went back to the sofa with annoying expression. Minji, happy after getting his permission. Now, Taehyung, thank you for giving me your permission. Minji didn't say anything and just kept looking at Taehyung with her loving eyes, which only irritated him. Taehyung, looking at the laptop, now speak up, because staying silent is just wasting my time, and don't think that if you stay quiet for so long, I will give you extra time to complete your sentence. Minji, yeah, I know. I just came here to give you orange juice because I hear from the maid that you haven't eaten anything since the morning because of the work. Taehyung, looking up. I think you don't need to care for me because I can take care of myself, Minji, making a cute pouty face. No, you can't. If you could, I wouldn't have had to come here. And since you gave me a 5 minutes, so you have to listen to me. Taehyung, no way. I don't like you, so I won't to take anything from your hand. And if I were on our place, I never come here. Minji, I know you don't like me, but please, for the kids, you have to take care of yourself. your health. As Taehyung heard her mention the kids, he started to remembering you, and anger started to increasing. Taehyung throwing the laptop on the floor and standing up from the sofa, looking at Minji, just a girl from here, and about the children, they are becoming just like you. Author both Taehyung and Minji both are first get married and after get divorced from each other. Taehyung married to you. Taehyung, now Vine is not with me. Taehyung was looking really angry while Minji was just saying him the words, please Taehyung, calm down. He was about to saying something but suddenly he started coughing loudly, making his voice weak. Taehyung was trying to stop the coughing but it couldn't complete with. He searched for the water and as he went towards the table and took the jar of the water, he was shocked after seeing that the jar was empty and there were not a drop of any single water. So Manji quickly gave the juice of the glass to Taehyung. And unfortunately, coughing was not stopped, so Taehyung took it from her and started drinking it. And before he can say anything, his coughing was now stopped, which was a relief for Taehyung. Taehyung looking at Minji, thank you for helping me, Minji. It's okay, Taehyung, it's my responsibility to take care of you. Taehyung, now you can go from here. Minji looking at the clock and find out that now she is also has 1 minute to talking with him. So Taehyung didn't say anything and just looking at him. Now speak up. You also have 1 minute for talking with me. Minji, you are really billionaire, Taehyung. When I was with you, you are not capable of buying any one car, but now you have a 15 car and branded clothes. Minji, do you still love Ryan? Taehyung looking at her with softened eyes. Yes, I still love her. That's why I call her wifey. You know, she really loves me. She is an angel for me. Taehyung, yeah, she is my wifey. Minji, smiling shyly. Now I got it that you love her more than anything. Am I right, Taehyung? Taehyung just a nod. Taehyung, as my wifey said. Minji was about to going away from there, but Taehyung stopped her for talking with him. Time skipped to the few minutes later. Minji holding his cheeks. Why did you stop me, Taehyung? Taehyung, I also want to ask you the question. And Minji confused question. He nodded. Okay, I will answer them all. But for that you also have to listen to me. Taehyung shaking his head. No, first you have to listen to me, then I will listen to you. Minji was confused, but she also want to spend time with Taehyung, so she agreed for giving the answer of Taehyung's question. Taehyung, first we play the question game and then I will complete your only one wish, okay? Minji nodding, okay. Taehyung, do you love me? Minji, yes of course. Taehyung, okay, then why did you left me? Minji, I don't know. What will I give answer of this question? For my career, she chose this. Taehyung nodding slowly. If you already got the money, then what are you doing here? Why are you come back? Minji was about to answer him when suddenly the sound of police sirens echo in the background, making Minji and Taehyung flinch. While Taehyung was smiling, Minji was about to going out from the bedroom. But Taehyung hold her hand. Taehyung, they are not come for you. Minji again sitting on the bed. Yeah, you are right. I was just scared from the siren of police. That's why. Taehyung smiling. Yeah, I know. That's why I told you that they are not coming for you. Time skip to the next day. Minji, how is it possible, Sana? I don't understand anything. Taehyung, first I will give you your answer, but for that you also give the answer of my question. And today my wife is also coming. Sana and Minji, eyes widen. Wife? He nodded. Otherpo. It was true that operation was not successful that day. And Taehyung was also crying while sitting beside your bed, but suddenly he noticed that your hand are moving. So He quickly called the doctor, who, along with the others, are also equally shocked, but they also believe in God's miracle. And the doctor was also agreed that you are alive and it was God's magic. It is also called the bless for you. He arranged for you and the baby to stay in a secret, which was a basement of his company. And there he hired the most powerful bodyguard for your safety. When Minji came that day, Taehyung had doubt about her, but neither of you had any proof. So from that day, Taehyung hired the most famous detective to solve the situation. One by one, they passed, and eventually, they were starting to finding the and solving the case with help of the police. And then they will find out that Sana was also helping the Minji for the some kind of the money. And as he found out the reality, he was just waiting for her to speak the truth. Taehyung just need proof, and finally he got it today. Mrs. Kim, Tan Yundu all knew about it while they were also coming to meet you, but in front of Sana and Minji, they were also acting. Baby's name is Yuna, which was given by her brothers. When were you admitted in the hospital? That was the day when Taehyung finally proposed to you. And Po, you were sitting on the sofa while carrying Yuna in your hands. Jan and Yundu ran towards you with a smile, making you happy, followed by Mrs. Kim too. Yundu Tan happily arriving. Mom, we love you, we miss you, we miss baby too. You gave Yuna to Taehyung, who was sitting next to you and carrying her in his arms and started playing with Yuna. Mrs. Kim with relief. Now this mansion has become a home as you come back here safely with our little Lakshmi, Yuna. Why, and thank you, Mom. How could I leave such a beautiful family? Yuna and I both miss you all too. You all are becoming happy as Yuna smiled and the whole family shared a hug. Time skipped tonight. Ryan softly speaking to Taehyung. Taehyung, you know how much I miss you. When Yuna and I were both alone in that house, Taehyung holding your cheeks with his other hand. Without you, this bedroom felt empty. Also miss you. When I know you were busy this day, taking care of the family and me. Bye alone. You were also tired. Taehyung, I don't want to hear anything now, just to forget about the problem. I just want to live my life happily with you, and now our problem is solved, so please happy. You smile while looking at Taehyung, who was smiling at you. The end.